Hey, it's TZH here with Technological Gadgets, always aiming to bring you the best in tech and make tech work for you. On this channel, we do tech tutorials, but more often than not, we do tech gear reviews just like this one. So if that's the content that you like, make sure to drop a like and remember to subscribe to help support this channel. Are you looking for a new mouse to play your favorite games such as Warzone, Fortnite, or even Valorant, but are on a super tight budget? More specifically under $10, then this gaming mouse right here that costs just $10, which has a similar shape to the Deathadder from Lethink, might be just the one for you. Before we get into the product, let's take a look at the unboxing experience. It comes in this white box with nothing written on it, and opening it up, we just get the mouse wrapped in this protective white bag and nothing else. It is pretty boring, but you can't really ask for much at this kind of price point. First, let's take a look at the shape of the mouse. It measures at 120 by 70 by 40 millimeters, and it has a groove on the left side for your thumb and a flare on the right for your ring and pinky finger, with a bump more towards the middle. But if you look hard enough, you'll realize something. This mouse is actually shaped like the very popular Razer Deathadder, be it ever so slightly smaller, meaning it is a great right-handed mouse for medium to larger hands, in a very ergonomic and comfortable palm grip position. This means that you can completely rest your hand and use it for long periods of time. Great for people who are first getting into PC gaming or just want a more comfortable and ergonomic mouse to use. Moving on to the features, it has not very diffuse cycling RGBs on the mouse that you sadly can't control. There are strips on both sides of the mouse, on the scroll wheel, and of course the logo in the back as well. Not to mention, it has a completely matte black smooth plastic body with a heavier weight of around 130 grams, which does make it feel really solid. Also, there are rubber grips on the side which help you grip your mouse better, which is especially useful if you are a sweaty gamer like I am. As for the cable, it is a thick braided cable which is nice and durable, but definitely very stiff and hard with quite a lot of drag. So I would recommend you to use a mouse bungee with this mouse. Moving to the actual performance of the mouse, the rubber feet on the bottom are pretty small and thin but glide decently well. As for the mouse clicks, the left one definitely feels harder to press while the right one feels easier to press. As for the side buttons, which are positioned well near your thumb, the left one has way less pre-travel than the first one. As for the DPI buttons, they feel really cheap but allow you to switch from these 4 DPI options, 1200, 1600, 2400 and 3200 DPI. Other than that, the scroll wheel does have some tactility but is pretty hard to press in. But I'll shut up for a few moments so you can hear a sound test of this mouse. Last in the performance category, the sensor performance. The product description itself doesn't tell you, but from my knowledge, it is most probably a relatively cheap office mouse sensor, due to the sensor occasionally spinning out, having pretty bad lift-off distance, and worst of all, acceleration that you can't turn off. But for $10, I'm actually kinda glad that it even works, which is, But first, it's time for me to test this out in my favorite games, and I'll let you know how this mouse feels to use and stuff like that.
Just AFK.
Oh,
no.
I got him. Oh, headshot. Woo, get clipped, bro. Woo, let's go. Aggro.
You're expecting
Enemy remaining.
Oh, nice.
After using it for a couple of days, I can really say that I really love the shape of this mouse. and switching from my Logitech G903 wireless gaming mouse, I can really feel the comfort and grip style difference. But what I definitely didn't like is that there is built-in acceleration that I can't turn off, which really messes with my aim since I'm used to a mouse with zero acceleration. But the lift-off distance surprisingly didn't bother me as much, which I know for some of you it will, because I do not lift up my mouse as often. As for the weight, it really feels the same as the Logitech G903, albeit with a wire instead of being wireless. Now comes to the most important part of this video. Is this mouse really worth it? And the answer has to be yes, because for $10 this mouse is this mouse right here is really good due to the ergonomics despite its not so good sensor. And even if you don't want to use it for gaming, you can most definitely use it for productivity tasks and it will feel as good. But if you want a mouse with a much better sensor but not as comfortable of a shape and can't find this particular mouse in your area, then I will give the Appcon Core M30 a try. Anyways, if this video has helped you so far, make sure to drop me a like to let me know, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content just like this.
1, 2, 3, let's go!